I am willing to make a bet with you that most of the content you consume when you are browsing the internet comes in the form of videos. And you are not the only one experiencing this phenomenon. Video has now become a large part of modern-day internet expectations and experiences of any web user. This makes video a very solid strategy for marketing and an absolute must-to-have. Now, you may be thinking, our customers do not really visit us for the sake of videos, and we are just doing okay without them being part of our marketing arsenal. But I would encourage you to consider this fact: images are not everything when it comes to the internet. Videos happen to be the most authentic and engaging form of media that you can put in front of your audience, giving them a chance to come to you and helping them in evaluating your brand. Just think of the videos as a charming pickup line when someone is taking a look at your website. A marketing strategy centered around video is the next logical step for a given business to take in their attempts to reach out to a broader targeted audience and to be able to create an appealing, authentic and approachable brand. So, the question is, how and where do you begin your video marketing strategy? How video can help your business? Below are my 5 fundamental rules you can't afford to ignore when it comes to using video marketing for business. Keep these fundamental rules in mind as you create your strategy for using video for your marketing purposes. 1. Determine the what and where of your audience. If you have already developed a good overall plan for marketing, you should already have a fairly good idea of who your target audience is. However, for a marketing plan for videos, there are some bigger questions that you want answers to in determining the content. They are: where does your targeted audience go to consume this content, and what exactly is it that they are consuming? An awesome video which has been put in the wrong location may not only cost you some potential leads, but it may also be equally harmful to the design of your content, which does not perform well in the case of the platform that your audience is at. One thing that can be really helpful is to take a look at videos from your competition and measure the counts of their views, their subscriber base and their engagement. That by itself has the potential of giving you a very solid start in your quest to estimate the count of your potential audience as you try to understand what type of content they would like to engage with. 2. Plan for a great content. Now it is the right time to begin working on your video content. However, just because it is a video does not mean that you can get away by putting in a lesser effort than what you would be putting in if it were an email or a blog post. Do not record by just using your smartphone and getting it over with. With the enormous amount of high-quality video content that is out there, people are now having higher expectations of quality and workmanship, even when it comes to amateurs. Planning your video content falls under the gambit of pre-production. The better the video is, the greater number of hours you will need to put during pre-production. That is, only unless you would prefer to use a large part of your budget in reshoots. 3. Make the content that your audience finds relevant. When the video of Harlem Shake came out, a lot of companies felt compelled to jump on the bandwagon and create their own versions. To pursue a viral trend may seem to be a very good idea, but it is a very short-lived storyline with little returns or even no returns. Why is that? That is because everyone and their dog are into creating the same kind of stuff, and your targeted audience just does not come to you looking for that kind of content. Do not let go of your uniqueness just for the sake of trying to emulate some popular video. The pros are very well aware of their niche, and that is exactly how they are able to sustain a consistent fan following. You can also run the risky proposition of attracting the wrong kind of an audience who will eventually feel disappointed when you are not able to continue to create content that is viral. 4. Get them on a hook. Always make sure that the very first impressions of your videos are gold. Facebook and YouTube are particularly known for having very impatient audiences. In the case of YouTube, you should get your audience hooked up in the very first 5 to 10 seconds before you start running the risk of the viewer going elsewhere. Facebook confirms that this window of opportunity lasts only 3 seconds. You need to keep your video unique and lively, and also be sure to highlight what the video will be covering immediately so that your audience knows that they have arrived at the correct place. 5. Keep it very short. This takes us back to the first point, the idea of looking at your competitors' videos and comparing the length of their most successful and viewed videos. People want concise yet thorough information when it comes to product reviews. Having a review video that lasts for 1 minute for a new program can be considered concise, but will probably not be really considered very realistic or helpful on its face value. On the same lines, a video that lasts for 1 hour may contain a lot of good and valuable information yet feel boring or slow. The ideal size for a video on YouTube is right between 8 to 10 minutes, so long as you maintain the retention rate of the viewer and watch time for your targeted audience. Now, according to HubSpot, engagement was highest on videos around 2 minutes in length, suggesting that this time interval works well for this platform for engagement. I would experiment between these sets of times to figure out which has the best viewer retention and watch times. At the same time, the ideal size for a social media marketing video on Facebook is just between 30 seconds to 2 minutes.